Alrighty. So now we're live. Hello, Belladisi.
Hello,
I opened
BRG. No.
I opened that. My students call me that notorious
Oh,
BR.
I didn't even do that yet. Oh no, oh no, oh
Yeah,
no.
I
I thought
did.
we
I
were gonna.
just did that part, but I didn't
All
open
right.
it beyond that. So we're unpacking a Witch's Moon previous box, the Druid box, so that we could play with it together. It's
Oh
always fun
gosh.
when you go to the birthday party and everybody gets the Barbie dream house.
The inevitable balance.
Well, this is my
It
first Witch's Moon box. I've never gotten one before.
is.
And
It is.
you
I'm
should
so
get
happy.
credit.
I'm surprised and happy at the same time.
They should give you a free box if they're watching, and I'm gonna send this to them. You should get a free box because I only got this because you posted it on Facebook.
The pass boxes. Yeah, yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
will say that I
it's
like
okay.
watching everybody open these because I do always find things that are really cool in them. Not everything, but I do like all the paper.
Well, I mean, I've always have to say that I'm not. I mean, you have to be a subscriber in order to get it. But there are months when I unsubscribe because I'm not interested in this in the next box. So that's the downside of having teasers. Well, and a good side, I guess, if you look at it that way. Bad for them, good for me. But that's really why I join every now and then. Like not every month you're gonna see a Witch's Moon box from me, and not every month you're gonna see a Witch's Roots from me. So
Do you have a favorite? Do you have like a favorite box that you've opened?
from the Witch's Moon
Is that
so
where we're
far,
opening? Witch's Moon, yeah, Witch's Moon.
I think I want to say I enjoyed the February Witch's Moon so far. And I really haven't had a lot of Witch's Moon. I probably had three, four
And
boxes
what's
from
their
the
other one?
Witch's
Witch's
Moon.
Roots. What's the
The
difference
Witch's
between them?
Roots.
It's the same company, right? But one is more goth. Is that, and that's the Roots one, right?
No, 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 no. The Witch's Moon is just like the basic, they go with anything. It could be the Sabbats, it could be just deities, it's anything. The Witch's Roots is more geared towards like herbs.
Oh,
And the
okay.
lighter, like the kind of like a kitchen witch, garden witch type of thing.
Okay.
Um, and the witch's bounty, which is just honestly a chunk of a piece of jewelry that we all love. So
Well,
it's a treat to us every month, whatever we get. So it's pretty cool. And sometimes they're all kind of linked towards each other, like they have a similar theme to each other on the month.
okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. All right. So I cracked it open. I'm excited.
Yay, and you say what is it called? The Druid box?
This is the Druid box, but
What was this from July 2023, I think?
I think so.
I
So
think so, yeah.
there were a few that I liked, but I really like this one because I mean, when I was looking, because you can see everything that's in the box, I was like, well, I have a lot of this stuff, but it's not as pretty as the way they present it. So it'd be worth it to have. So, all right. So this is like the paperwork. Does this tell us what's in it?
Yes.
So we don't look
The
at this now.
list of contents.
Do we
Oh,
get the
let's
same
see.
card?
We don't usually get a little bow on the new ones. Maybe this is like how they did it in the past.
And we got the same card, right? No, we have different cards.
We have same deck
Same
on the
deck.
back
What
with
is
different
yours?
cards that we got. I got achievement.
And I got Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, and Wholeness.
Keep focused on your dream, which is good. This is actually perfect for me right now because I've been getting these kind of cards, like
That's cool.
symbols.
These are beautiful cards. I wonder what deck this is.
Probably give us some sneak peek in here.
All right. Do we read this at the end? How do we open this box? Do we read this at the end?
I'm different. I tend to read along because
Okay.
sometimes I mean, well, it's up to you. It's your video. What do you want to do? It's your first time.
No, it's together. I know. Like I feel like no, but I feel like if you read Dante's Inferno, like Dante is led by Virgil through the layers of, the Inferno. So I feel like you have to guide me. Like I'm okay with reading along. I'm okay with reading along because I feel like I like this bow and I want to open it. Isn't that cool, that little
Yeah,
bow?
I just don't like to. Sometimes when I don't know something, I'm like, I don't want to wait till the end. I want to know what it is now so viewers can see it
And
the
like
way
this
I
is
am.
legit paper. Like this is legit work that they put into this. You
Yeah.
know, not no joke. Like You know, my students don't have to write papers this long. You know,
Well,
because,
if we're cheating, this is the
no,
personalized Oracle card reading from the Gaia Oracle deck.
oh, cool. That's cool.
Says it on the second page.
Look
And
at
they
you.
always give you a spare page, a blank page, so you can do your own writings on it. The parchment
Oh,
paper. Although this doesn't feel like parchment paper, it just feels like Xerox machine paper. Maybe this is what they changed it after a while.
oh, I love it. Oh, okay. I like it so far. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, so what comes next? I open the first thing, you get to open the next thing. What's the next thing?
Oh, next two things, what? Because they're next to each other, are the BOS or Grimoire art pages.
And are ours the same?
You guys see mine? Oop, I think my light might be killing you. Oh, see if my light goes away, I'm done. Let me put it like that. Okay, there you go.
Hold
It's the
on a
same
second.
thing. It should be
Dash,
the same thing. It should
dash.
be the same thing. Oh, you have your dash. I have my Leo.
Oh, he's like trying to get into the basement where all the other cats are because they can't all play together in the same house. So
Ah,
this is cool. So the prayer, the thing on here,
the
that's
opening of the grove.
yeah, that's the Druid's prayer. And if you look in the top, this little like three things there, that's
Mm-hmm.
the symbol of Awen, which means like inspiration. And that's sort
Mm-hmm.
of like on all Druid sort of things. And that's kind of how you know, like if you're in a crowd of pagans and you see that, you know that that person is on a Druidic path. And then
Oh,
this prayer is what usually opens the grove for people who I'm independent, but there are people who belong to groves. And different groves have different understandings if they believe in goddesses or one god or whatever. But the sort of the base form of it is to remove all of that language out of
mm-hmm.
it and just replace God with spirit. And then you
Oh,
can
okay.
interchange that. But that is the actual prayer. And that's actually why I got this box, because I have this and I say this and I've memorized it, but I want to frame it because like that's the prayer that I always say.
Yeah, and the artwork is perfect on it.
Oh, it's so perfect. Oh, perfect. And then what is this thing? So now I have to use this part of my glasses.
Yeah, so this is about the black lava stone, which is one of the items that are in this box. And we
Oh,
only know
okay.
that because we saw it online. But sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, come down. Come on.
You should put him and Dash together. They could hang out, be friends.
Every time I open a box, he wants to be nosy, but it's okay.
My cats are just like, I want the box. I don't care what's in it. Just give me the box. Well, that's really pretty. Like, and I really like they really do take a lot of time with this box. Like,
They do, they do, they do.
this is
Because
like
I think we get a candle. I think this is a candle holder that's made out of black lava stone that we have in the.
I,
I think that's what it is.
I didn't look too closely. I saw the Druid prayer and I was like really happy about that. And then we get like a bunch of so are these like
Then
pages?
you have the big art piece, the BOS, the Grimoire artwork.
It's just one thing. Do I have to I don't have to take it out of
Yep,
here?
this is one thing. Yeah, they just put it in a nice, well, the cardboard in the back so it doesn't
Oh,
bend
that's cool. Do you put them
along
all
its
in a book?
travel.
Like what do you do
Mm-hmm.
with these? Do you put them in a book?
Yeah, I usually date it in the back so I know what month it came in, like what
That's a
month
good
and
idea.
year the box it came in, and then I just keep it all together. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and
It
this is
really,
one you
really
would
is.
want to frame. I can see you framing this.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, me too. And what's interesting, and I'm just reading very quickly, but um, you know, everything we know about the Druids, because Druids didn't write things down, they felt that language was sacred, so everything was taught. You know, when you would go to Druid schools, everybody was taught some Druidic things as children, much like we do with our own children, like your daughter's going through her stuff, right? But then if they thought you were, you know, wise or whatever, you would go to a Druid school, and then everything was
Mhm.
taught orally. And then when the Romans came, you know, everything we know about the Druids is what the Romans wrote down. So they would say, like, well, they, you know, because they wanted to defeat the Druids, so they would say, oh, well, they do human sacrifices. There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence they weren't there either. It's likely if there were human sacrifices that Druids were there to make sure that it was done ethically, but there's no proof anywhere that they did them, you know.
Mhm.
So, and that it touches on that a little bit here. Um, you know, but Druids do believe in the other world. Not all Druids believe the same things, like in the same deities or anything like that. But the
Mhm.
one thing they agree on is that it's path based. So I'm on my path, you are on your path, and my job isn't to
Mhm.
judge your path. Like if you
Right.
honor 16 deities and I honor just one, that's cool. Like we can both exist in the same world. And I just don't like groves because it reminds me of church. And if I wanted to go to church, I just go to church. All right, you're next.
Oh, let me put this down over here.
I know there's so much stuff in here.
I think one of the best things about the Witch's Moon is usually, I know they have big items, but I love the artwork.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it's really beautiful. And there's a lot in this box. Not gonna lie, there's a lot in here.
All right, so next on tap, I don't know how it is on you. Maybe it got scattered, but I have some ritual salt.
I will find it. Ritual salt.
Yeah, I think mine's got scattered around. Maybe we have it? Yep.
Yep. Ritual salt.
So
What is it? What we're supposed to do with it?
well, let's read. See, this is why I read in between.
Yeah, this is a good idea to read this one because
Let's find it. Okay, so it is number 8. Am I reading that right? Hold on. Number 6. My Roman numerals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'm lying. 7, 8, 9. Oops. 11. Oops. That's right. Roman numeral number 11. The Golden Sickle Ritual Herbal. No, I lied.
well, you were right the first time. It's 8. Rise of
That is
Awen.
8. Oops. I went down one.
You were right the first
Ritual.
time.
Yeah, I was. Shoot. My eyes skipped down and I went down to the Ritual Herbal Blend. Oh my gosh. Rise of Awen? Am I pronouncing that right? Awen Sacred Salt. The Rise of Awen Sacred Salt was formulated to bring you in alignment with your own personal Awen. Let's see what it's in. The Druid path. In Druid tradition, this is called Awen, the spirit of creativity and inspiration. The ability to imagine, to innovate, and to create is the distinct way that the one life expresses itself in us. This sets us apart from other living things, but it also makes us distinct from each other. For every person's Awen is at least a little different from everyone else's. Let's see what's inside of it. So we have enchanted the sacred salt with cedarwood, pine, sage, and green tea oils, as well as lavender, wormwood, and sage herbs. We have also included a special mixture of our divine purpose magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery in the making of the sacred salts. Okay.
So this is
I'm not gonna open it and smell it. You could if you want to put a little bit in your bath. It's fine. I mean, it's not gonna harm you or anything like that, but I would put it in like a sachet so you won't have to clean out your
forever cleaning out my jets. I was a big
um
lesson I learned early on in this hobby. It's not a hobby, a pathway. That yeah, rose
just
petal.
remember ritual sauce, you can put it in a little bit in your bath or just on your table, however that you feel to choose it. But of
That's
course it
cool.
may not be, I mean, it has lavender oil, so it might smell a little bit better. But it's up to you how you choose because rituals are also in your bath. So
That's right. I like those the best because then I can swim around my tub. Julian loves he can now take a bath, so he's so excited. And now he has a thing like every time I go up to take a bath, he has just taken one. And I'm like, damn it, there's no hot water. And he'll just smirk at me and walk away. Like the first day he took, I think, 6. And my nephew was here with him. He's like, Aunt Beth, is he allowed to take 6 baths? Like, are you making sure he doesn't fall? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I don't care. I mean,
as long as
he
you
loves
don't
that tub. He's doing great. He's doing great. We
oh
come back to New York April 3rd. We come back to the city.
first follow-up.
First, yeah, he has one April 3rd, then another one in May. And then the May
Okay.
one clears him. So
Okay.
he has put his order in for we went to that pizza place like around the corner. So I can't remember the name of it, but the Lucio's or something like that. He wants to go there. And he wants
You
to
already put his order in, you said.
he already put his order in and he wants to stop at the Ronald McDonald House because they have Snicker bar ice creams. I know, he's so fussy.
Okay, what's
All right,
next?
what's
What's next for you? Your turn.
I picked up Golden Sickle,
Got it.
which is on here 11.
11. Yep.
The ritual
That's
herb blend has been created with the intention of providing a deep connection to your natural surroundings. The blend can be placed on your altar, included with other blends and elixirs, incorporated into magical pouches and bags. The herbs included within this blend are as follows: mistletoe. Mistletoe is like the #1 herb for druids. Vervain and clover.
and clover.
Huh.
Yep, it smells earthy.
So what would I do with this? Just put it in a bowl and put it on my altar? I
It
guess.
would have a little bit more, the herbs included with this. I guess you can. It depends on how you. I don't really work too all that much with herbs and stuff like that,
I use
unless
them
it was
for
like
tea,
flowers.
but you
Hmm?
wouldn't use mistletoe for tea.
No,
So
no, no. We don't use these in our teas. No, no,
no,
no. Not these. Not these.
these
Not
are
these.
not tea herbs. So that's interesting. Okay, what's next?
Right on top, right next to it is the Druid Vision Herbal Blend. Ooh, looks like I have jasmine
Druid
in it.
visual herbal. Oh, it's the next one on there too. External use
Yep,
only.
right
Oh,
after
and it
it. The
says it right on
ritual.
here. Yeah, okay.
Yep. This one has mugwort, peppermint, and jasmine. Yeah, you can totally see the jasmine on top
Yeah.
all throughout. So let's see. This ritual, am I reading the right one? Yes. This ritual herbal blend has been created with the intention of supporting your divinatory and observational rituals. This blend can be included within incense blends placed upon the altar, included with other blends of elixirs, or incorporated into magical pouches and bags. The herbs included. Okay. So yeah, this is the type of stuff I'll probably anoint candles with.
Okay.
This
Okay.
one, not too much of me to use, but I'm not a garden witch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like I just collect them until a spell or something tells me to use it, and I'm like, okay, I have.
Yeah, I like to use herbs for teas, but those are, ones you
No,
can
not these. Yeah,
these will
no, no,
kill
no,
you.
not these.
Don't eat these. These will kill you. All right, I'm picking the next thing up. This is I think it's a chunky thing. I'm gonna guess it looks like this in the bag. And maybe it's a geode or I think I
Oh, a
saw
bottle.
a
That's a
bottle.
bottle you have. Oh yeah, your oil.
It's got bubble wrap. Thank you for wrapping my herbs in bubble wrap, by the way.
There you go.
Hess just said she's gonna get me a whole roll of it for my birthday. I'm gonna just roll it out in the
Oh, then
kitchen.
Staples is your place, or
You know,
Home Depot.
I
So we have an oil of tree guide.
I can't even get it out of the bag. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Ah, tree guide.
tree
So the oak
guide.
is sacred, so I wonder if this is oak related. It smells good.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, it smells good. I'll put it there.
Hmm.
All right, where's that at?
First one on the second page,
Oh, oh.
number 7.
Anointing oil. We have created this magical anointing oil with the intention of helping you during your moments of observation. In addition, this oil is a source of connection with the natural world that surrounds you. We recommend using this oil before or during meditation as well to bolster the earth energies that meet the sun during this time. We have enchanted this magical anointing oil with the oils of sage, green tea, amber, sandalwood, cedarwood, and palo santo. In addition, we have included vervain, peppermint, and mugwort. Herbs with this blend. Oh, herbs with this blend. Why did they capitalize that? Now I'm confused. Inside your oil, you will find a small quartz crystal chip said to personify unity with the divine. We have also included a special mixture of our guided meditation magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery into the mixture of this oil. The base is
You,
sunflower oil.
mhm.
Okay.
You could smell the peppermint.
Oh, yeah. And
That's
so
the
you
first
would
one that
dress a
comes.
candle with this and herbs. Like that's what you would do.
Yeah, or like how I learned another way to use it. When cleaning an altar table, um, June Mermaid, she uses these, and I started using them on top of them. I was like, hey, that's a good way to
That
use
was a
them.
good idea. I learned from Sassy. I learned so much from all of you. The other day, I learned how to light my crystals on fire to tell if they were real. It's like, what a handy trick. So Dave's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm lighting these on fire, seeing if they're real. It's like, don't burn the house down. All right, what's next?
The other chunk in your other favorite bubble wrap. I don't know what that is.
Oh, yes, this chunky thing.
It's
This
like
doesn't
a seed
wrap
from
together.
outside. Oh, it's a geoid.
Oh,
It has a rubber band around it.
yeah, it has a rubber band around it.
So it's gonna be a pretty one.
I've never ever opened one ever in my life.
Ta-da!
It's like it almost looks like a little walnut.
Yeah, I know, but it's so pretty.
Oh, that is pretty. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Oh, 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 my pieces are dropping.
I know my pieces are. Oh, that is so pretty.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
it's like a little coconut.
It is like a little coconut. I've never successfully like found a geode on my own. Have you ever?
No. No,
I think
this
I've
is my
ever looked.
second one though. This is my second one though. Oh my God, oh, my little crystals are chunking out. Oh, no, save you.
I have to put the little rubber band back on.
They smell like rubber band now.
That is really cool.
Oh, the plastic from the bubble wrap. Yeah, I like these. Oh, they cost so daggone much when you see the big ones.
Oh, the big chunky ones. Yeah, we got one yesterday, Hesha and I, in the spiritual goodies box. It's right here. I just haven't moved it yet. And it's pretty big, but it's only the one half of it. Like it's not both sides of it. That's cool
Oh,
because it's like both sides. And I don't know if it's real or not, but I like it. All right, these are, I don't know, these candles or pencils.
which one are we getting? Which one are you
Hello,
opening? The
center
big stick?
cool.
That's a candle.
Those are candles.
Oh, no, no. Oh, sorry. That's the incense. Sorry. I
Oh,
thought you were
incenses.
looking at this one. This incense. Palo Santo.
Although
Mm.
usually Palo Santo is like just, wood. Oh, that's
Mm.
good. That is, I
Like
like,
a
I
like a
love in this
mini.
box. I don't know that I would subscribe every month because I don't love every box that they do, but I wanted to try one before I ordered some of the others. So yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
You're next. You should listen if you're watching Witch's Moon.
Okay.
I bought this box because of Belenisi here. She should get. What are we opening? This thing?
I gave her the candle. Yeah, I gave her an idea of past boxes, and she went on her hunt, which is
I know
good.
you have good taste, so I was like, if she likes it, it's legit good. Not that the other girls don't have good taste, but like I know you only keep boxes that like have good stuff, you know.
I get boxes that call me, like call to me. I'm like, I like this one because it's
I love
education.
this.
Even though I'm not part of the Druid world or the Celtic world, it's very interesting for me to learn, and I like that. That's what got me into this one. So
That's
these
cool.
are the beeswax candles that you roll, the rolled beeswax candles, so you could gently open them up. If you've never gotten one of these before, I think you have, maybe. I don't
I
know.
have them, but I never knew. I learned through the group that you put the herbs and the oils inside here.
Yep, you
With
could
these
unroll
ones.
it.
I think I
If it's
learned it
not,
from you.
yeah, if it's not squished all the way, you can actually unroll it all the way if you want to. Anoint the whole sheet or put herbs, put a little bit of note if you want something, doing your ritual, and then close it right back up.
That is so cool.
I
I
love the
got some.
color.
I love this color. This is awesome. It goes with
It's
like
not anointed with anything right now, so it just smells like straight up
ready for us
beeswax.
to anoint it. All right. I'm gonna go with this thing. It looks like
Candle holder.
it's a candle holder. That's
That's
cool.
that's the from the sheet, the black lava stone.
Yeah. Oh, that. Oh, right. Then we learned about that. That's
Ooh,
cool.
that's now
That,
you could also with this put the oil on it, and it will keep the oil, the scented, or any perfumes, anything that you want on it. That will,
that's cool.
because
Then
they have these with bracelets too.
oh yeah, I have some bracelets like that. And this is nice and big. So you could do a tea candle or I don't think it'll fit this
Or
size.
chunky. Do I have one over
Like a
here?
chunky, a bigger like votive, like a thicker half votive or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have it on my table here. Let me see. Let me take a peek. Let
I
me
like
take a peek.
that.
Do I have anything chunky? No, I only have a tea candle here. Let me see if I can grab it. Oh, I have chunky ones, but for now, this will suffice.
That is cool.
So perfect.
And you can dress your candles too, like your tea lights.
Hmm.
That's cool.
I had wanted this, and then once upon a time they had it on their moon market, but it was sold out. So it's only
So now you've
available in
got
this
one.
box.
Yay.
I know. Okay, last but not least,
Dun dun dun.
the item. I mean, I could have bought this online, but I didn't care. I wanted everything else in the box too.
I love how it's packaged though. I mean, it just makes you feel like this is like just a little box of, like at your birthday,
Like a present.
like a little present.
But the witches moons for their huge like their Sabbath boxes, like the huge expensive ones, all the books and like the decks are all wrapped in this in the old school paper wrapping. Remember when you were okay,
Oh yeah,
it's a long time ago, but back in the day when we had to cover our books with paper,
with paper.
like
Yeah,
these,
yep. My
this is what
father
it looked. but they had us do a sleeve on our books.
Yep. It's like fun. It's like fun to unwrap. Like in addition to like having all these awesome, cool things, like you get to unwrap. Oh, look at
Ooh.
that. Oh, and John Michael Greer is one of our like one of the big druids. So a lot of stuff. I have a lot of other stuff written by him.
Oh, okay.
I love this book.
I love it.
I'm
A
gonna bring
modern
my
trick.
book with me to the retreat, and then you sign my book for me since we opened
Oh,
it together.
oh, this one making all the noise on top of the table.
Oh,
So the Druid path, a modern tradition of nature's spirituality.
yep. And
You want to read the back to everybody?
yep.
Maybe.
With drama and feeling. Although we know little about ancient druids, true, the reputation for wisdom and harmony with nature lives on. Today, Druidry, a modern tradition of nature spirituality with ancient roots in Celtic traditions, is a vibrant, diverse global movement, spiritual rather than religious,
Yeah.
more an attitude than an ideology, true. It can be embraced by people from different faiths and backgrounds, true, true, true. Archdruid John Michael Greer explores the history and basics of Druidry for beginners, how to perform Druidic rituals and meditations, exercises to help you tap into energies and elements, attend to the cycles of nature, and develop awareness of the natural world all around you. And elements of the Druidic lifestyle, including topics such as, I don't know how to say this word because I don't think I've ever heard it pronounced, Nifri, the life
Nefri.
force, Nifri, the life force shared by all things, ritual practices to celebrate seasons and increase balance and focus, druidic meditation, divination and intuition, advice for easing the burden on earth, a simple self-initiation ritual for starting on the druid path. And
Also available in a modern day witch series. Oh, there's more to it from him, I guess.
I think these are other books that are available from Sterling Ethos, which is
Yeah,
but look at the beautiful, like the beautiful
the
embossing.
artwork. Yeah, with the foiled
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
coloring.
I have other books by
Ooh,
him.
oh my gosh, look at the face. Oh,
Oh, yes. There we go.
that is nice. Oh,
And it's,
I love the sound of the fresh book. Hold on.
I know. Sniff it. Sniff it.
I
Smells good
know.
too.
Oh, crisp pages. Ooh, that's the sound I like.
I know that crispy, crunchy. And it's cool. It's got a lot of other information that like you don't get in every book. Like it has like resources for meditation and things that you can do. It's got the it has the oh,
Oh, these are nice artworks. Art.
it has the alphabet, the Colbrin alphabet, which I don't use, but I'm interested in learning more. This is, I will say, what do we pay for this box? This is like probably the best box that I've gotten in a long time, I would say.
$55. Even if you're purchasing the past boxes, you don't pay any shipping. It's straight the same as flat
I
rate at
mean,
$55. So, and
when you compare this box, like what I paid $40 for the spiritual goodies, like there's so much in here. And I love every single thing. I love the artwork, I will say.
and everything goes together with it. That's
Yes,
what's key. Everything goes into the same
everything is,
to the same
yeah,
theme. It
yep.
goes together.
And it's all stuff that like
Um,
individually I would buy all this stuff. And wow, like it's all fantastic. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm so glad you recommended it. I'm so glad we're unboxing it together. That's super fun. So we should just have a big video one night of everybody bring your favorite box. We'll all unbox together. I'll make sure I put
well,
everything.
that will be, well, a past box. You mean a past favorite box?
Or no, like 1 month we should all like pick a box that we get and all come
Oh,
together and do a giant ass Zoom where we like unbox our boxes together. That would be so much fun. Because everybody gets different boxes. Like I got the Healthy Life box because Sassy showed that
mhm.
box and I really like that box. Spiritual goodies, I still am gonna get it a few more months, I think. But I think Hesha's done with it now. And it's funny how like, but I can see myself buying more of their past boxes.
Wait, was that the box you guys were done with, or was it
We just did
Goddess
that last night, was the spiritual
Goddess
goodies.
Provisions too?
She doesn't do God. I don't. Neither one of us do Goddess Provisions anymore because they're the ones that they had a really good thing going, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're not going to be doing any new themes. We're going to just pull from old boxes. Now, it wouldn't have mattered to me so much because I was kind of new to them, but
Mm.
she had been getting them for like a year. So she doesn't want duplicates of the stuff she already has.
No, I don't blame her. I'm still catching up on videos. I just it's been a busy. Today was busy. Today was a lot of training because I'm training new staff. So I had under me, and I'm waiting to see if I have a new staff coming on board. She has to get her things situated before she gives me her answer. So
Oh my. Oh my.
fun times. But I'm
Sometimes
having a staff. If I pick my staff, I'm happy that way instead of it given to me.
that is,
So
I'm glad I get to, everything in college is done by committee. So you never just get to hire somebody. You have to do it with like 20 other people. This is so cool. And I love how much like they wrote. Like, look at that tiny, tiny print.
yep, they give
There's
you
so
a
much here.
pack full of info. And I don't know if you guys want to just go over the content. So the contents in this book, if you guys are interested, there are, let me see, one, two, three, four parts to this book, but it's broken down into 13, I guess, chapters.
Hmm.
You want to say 4 parts, 13 chapters. Part 1 is the sources of the Druidry.
Druidry?
Druidry.
Yep.
Druidry.
Druidry. I
I'm
love
tongue-tied. And the part 2 is the wisdom of Druidry. I'm saying that wrong. I feel
No, you're saying it right. That's
like my
right.
accent
Druidry.
is coming out when I say that word. Part 3 is the practice of Druidry. Part 4 is initiation into Druidry. Wow. I gotta read the initiation part. That sounds like
We could all do that together.
college.
To make y'all druids at our encampment. And
Oh,
it's
but the artwork on
Druidry
each
is,
section is nice though.
I mean, this is a really well done book. And I think the thing about Druidry too that I really, really like is that in other traditions, you have to go through somebody else to be initiated. Druidry, you don't. You can just say, I'm a druid, and then you are one. I mean, it's more meaningful to you if you do a ritual, I think, but you
Yeah,
don't have to get a blessing from somebody else. You don't
I
have
get it.
somebody else doesn't get to decide, well, Belenisi isn't a good enough witch, therefore she can't be a witch in my coven. Like it's not like that at all. So you like, I want to be on this path and I'm going to be on this path. And I love it.
That's kind
Um,
of why I don't like to say Wiccan because it's like that you can't say it until you're actually initiated into it.
right.
And I was like, yeah, that sounds too much like work.
Like church.
Like church or sororityville. Like it
Yes.
really kind of reminds me of college with sororities. So
Yep. And like I love what he says. Like what he says is some religions and some spiritual paths gain new members by conversions, but I have never known anyone who converted to Druidry. Because what happens is people really realize that you've sort of, if you're a person who really believes in the natural world, you've kind of always been one. Like if you really think like, I mean, if you're really into recycling, like that is part of the druidic path, being against single-use plastics, things like that. Or even just finding, like I find my church in nature now. I grew up real religious, but now like my church is a Sunday morning hike, and that's where I find God. And and that's been me before this,
right.
but it gives me some meaning to it. So I like that, and that we don't convert people. I really like that. This is
Yes.
preparing for your initiation. So you should spend 7 weeks preparing for your initiation. Hmm, I didn't know that.
Did you notice inside of the tree that have the symbols?
Oh yeah.
Just in the front?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that a spider? That's a spider.
Yep,
That's the
that's a
three
spider.
wheel. That's the other spiral. This is the triquentra.
Yep.
Triquentra. Can never say that word right. And a snake. Haha. That's funny.
They have
Like
acorns.
Adam and Eve.
Do you see the acorns up on the right hand
Yep.
side, left hand side? Yeah, acorns.
Yep. Right above the snake. Well,
Yep.
there actually are
Oh,
a
they're
few
all
of
over the
them.
place. Yep. Mistletoe.
Wait, and that symbol came up again from. Oh, the symbol that's on top of the card
Oh
is in
yeah.
the tree
That
too.
one. Yep. Dave always says it looks like he says it looks like a spaceship. Well, maybe it is. This is such a nice book though. The artwork inside of it, like on page 174, it's got like the space. in that
Oh,
tree.
you passed that one already? Oh, 174.
So pretty. Like the artwork is really nice.
The beginning of each chapter, was it or part maybe has yeah, I think the parts have the pretty pictures,
Oh
the
yeah.
pretty artworks. Yep.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna totally do this.
Oh, the tree with the face in it.
Wonder-
That's your 174, the page with the
Yeah. Isn't that cool? That's such a cool picture.
that is cool. Huh. Can never draw like that. Oh, but this one's nice. With you looking from above, from the ground.
Oh yeah, like I take a lot of photos like that. It's funny because they have the Colibrin in here, and that's on 111. It says at first glance it looks a little like runes, the divinatory and magical alphabet of Norse and Germanic tribes of Old Europe. The similarity isn't accidental because both the runes and the Colibrin were meant to be carved into wood. I know very little about the Colibrin, so I can learn something. Like that's cool. That's cool. And it's hard to find things that have Druid stuff on it because most of the stuff that's eightfold wheel, like I think you may have seen this, but the one girl who works for me, she's a brilliant artist, and she made this for me because I had seen another one, but you could only ever get these for witchcraft, like or Wiccan, and so like these middle words are all the like Sabbath words, like Astera, for
Your
example.
wheel, yeah, you put a video on that, the wheel
Yeah,
of the
so
year.
she made this. So, but now I have this box full of other cool stuff that's, um, that's also Druidic. That's cool. I have to put this in the right thing. Where's Alvin Isler? Where I'm putting my. This is
Well,
my.
what's cool is that this book has the ritual of 3 rays, which is that symbol.
Yep, the Alvin symbol. Yeah, the inspiration, creativity, and inspiration. Has tarot cards. If you want to do
It
divination.
starts on 149, where they explain how they are, why they are 3 rays, and how it's drawn. Holy crap!
We have to have a steady group now. That is so cool. Ritual of the three rays. Yep. Well, I love this box. I think it's great, and I'm gonna go play with it now. I'm gonna go play with my new toys. I'm gonna light some candles and do some
And
things.
read away, and
Read
read away.
away.
That's what
Thank
it
you so
is.
much for joining me. And I love these cards. I'm gonna have to look up this.
Thanks for waiting for me. The
Listen,
box came when on, I think it came for me on, it was supposed to come Monday, but it ended up coming on Tuesday. My neighbor picked up my mail, has been keeping my mail for me when I was out on for work.
how was your trip? Was it good?
It was good. It's listen, I left 55-degree weather to go to 32-degree weather. And it snowed. So
Where were
it was
you?
cool. I went to Dublin, Ohio.
Oh, that's when you know it's a work trip. See, like in education, they try to lure us to places, so they make everything Las Vegas. I'm not a Las Vegas fan, so like I think I told you this last time I was there, I got stuck there, and because it
That's
had
not a
ice.
bad stuck.
I was well for me it is because I'm a mountain girl.
Oh.
So what I did, so my best friend who lives now in Tucson, she came out and met me for the conference, and she stayed with me, and
Mhm.
like while I was like doing conference stuff, she was like exploring and doing her own thing. And so she left, and then they canceled all the flights back to Pennsylvania, back east. So I had to stay. So she had told me before I came, she's like, "Oh, you don't need your coat." So I didn't take a coat. I get there, it starts snowing. So I went to like H&M or something and I bought a coat, and it was like 10 sizes too big for me. But I was like, when I'm done with it, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna give it to somebody. I
Yeah.
give it to somebody. So the extra days that I spent, I went and bought more coats, and because it was so cold, and handed them out to the homeless people. And that's what I did. And I went to a restaurant that was in the dark. That was cool. Oh, and I went to a second version of Cirque du Soleil because I'm a huge fan
Oh,
of
cool.
Cirque du Soleil. I'm
Cool.
such a fan of Cirque. Like I think it's great.
I didn't do anything cool, but in Ohio, that's where the Dave Thomas Foundation is at.
Oh
That
wow. Oh,
yeah, that's pretty much why I went, because now we're linked with that. So that whole area is like all, Wendy's, Dave Thomas.
oh, that's
And
cool.
so they had
I
his
like his
statue
story.
there and all that stuff. So, but then like one part where we drove by, it had like literally statues of white corn, huge, like all just along like a layer of land. And I'm like, why is there a corn maze here? Like literally, like, and I had to Google it, and it was based on someone. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but when I Googled it, I was like, huh, very weird art to have on a lawn. But I mean, it was beautiful, I guess. Just it looked like if there were like a field of Christmas trees, but just picture it as stone corn.
Stone corn. Like how many? Like 10?
No, it was at least 80 of them.
Oh my gosh.
I
So
would
like
say, yeah,
legit, like a
they're
field of
spread
corn.
out, but I mean beautifully, aligned with each other. And I was like, oh, I just found it interesting. I was like, why would that be
And like you're thinking like
there?
who's the person who thought of that? Like,
I have to Google it again in order to tell you that. But
that's too funny.
yeah, they had museums, but I didn't have enough time. Like by the time I ended at 5, museums
Yeah.
closed at like 7. I'm like, I'm not going to go. But I did find some cool restaurants to go to. I think that was like the highlight.
Yeah, that's what I was like what I end up doing when I travel for work because you're busy till 5. And so Vegas is different because everything is open. But so my biggest, because I go every year, but my big thing last time was I wanted to go to a marriage chapel and I wanted to marry somebody. It didn't matter who it was. I was gonna find a stranger from the street. And obviously I can't get married twice because Pennsylvania is not a polygamous state. But I thought I would marry somebody just to go through the experience of having Elvis as my like a drive-through wedding. But that didn't happen. So I went in and the guy was super nice. And I told him like I'm a reporter from Pennsylvania. I just want to ask a bunch of questions. And oh, he was great. He like let me wear stuff and it was great. So I didn't have to get married to anybody. But I mean
That's
that
to tell you how lenient they are. They didn't even ask you for your ID.
they didn't ask. He did explain to me because like I'm a registered minister because sometimes hikers want to get married. So I'm
Oh,
registered so that I can marry people. It's really like you go online, it's free, like anybody can do it. And but the only two states that you cannot marry people in are Nevada and Hawaii because marriage is such a industry in those two places that my license doesn't work in those two states. I can marry you anywhere else, but not through. So like we had a really great conversation and they were super fun and they let me wear like the Elvis glasses and the feather boa, tons of pictures. My friend was like, "Oh, this is why I miss you because you're so ridiculous." I'm like, oh, you have no
now
idea.
I'm curious why in Hawaii? I would think that it would be just sacred because of just like all the rituals
I
that they
think
would
it's just
have
it's a
there.
destination spot for weddings. So if
Oh, just
anybody so
oh,
if anybody can go there and marry you, then their ministers don't get paid. So, and
just
that's what it
just
is in
because of
Nevada
the
too.
fun, beautiful location. I got
And
it. Okay.
and the taxes because those ministers in Vegas and I'm assuming in Hawaii too, they have to pay like a tax. Like
Hmm.
they pay this huge license fee where like mine was free. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have to pay anything. I just had to like I think I had to maybe show my driver's license just to prove that I was me.
Yeah.
And now I think I've married about 10 people, about 10
Oh,
couples. You know, whatever.
oh,
Well,
that's nice. Well,
well,
I go back. I go back next month.
to what? Oh, to Ohio. I want pictures
Yeah,
of the
but this
corn.
time it's Columbus, and this time it's the capital.
Oh, I
Mhm.
want pictures of the corn. Did you take pictures of
I
this?
know. No, I was literally driving by, and I was like, "You see me in the car, like, like what? Like what the hell?"
All right, you
I
have to
was like,
post a link in the comments, like so that we can all see this. My favorite place, Dave loves to drive. So one of our favorite places, I don't know if you ever heard of it, it's called the Cadillac Ranch. You ever heard of
"No, I
that?
haven't heard of it. No."
So it's somewhere in Texas, I think. And it's 10, what are they? Are they limos? No. 10 cattle. Oh, they're Cadillacs. It's Cadillac Ranch. But they're put in the ground, like if this is the Cadillac, boom, 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 they're put in the ground head first. And they're in a
Oh,
row, and you spray paint them. and you walk out into this field and you just spray paint them. And they've been spray painted for years. And so when I was out there, when we drove out there the last time, it was my father's 75th birthday. And my father was very sick, and I knew he wasn't going to have a 76th birthday. So I just took out all this paint, and and that's what you do. You go out and spray paint them, and then other people come, and that's what you do. I'll post a link to it in the thing. It's so
Oh,
cool. It's such a random, weird thing though, like, and I'm like, who, and they just, every day there's more paint on it, and it just, the paint is on top of each other, and the paint's on top of each other for years, since like
so it's a history.
it's a history kind of thing. And there was a reason behind it. Like, the landowner, I think it was like some story, like the landowner had got in trouble for leaving a junk car, and he's like, fine, I'm gonna do this, and now it's art. And so,
Mm.
and they encourage you to bring the paint. They encourage you to take your cans with you, which not everybody does, but like, pack it in, pack it out. So you walk out to this field, just spray paint to your heart's content. It's like
Mhm.
the one time in your life you're allowed to do graffiti, and then you come back.
That's kind of like when they put locks on bridges.
Oh yeah, they do that at the park in my hometown, and I'm like, I didn't ever know that. I'm like, what are these
Kind of
for?
like graffiti on the bridge. I know, but
That's because our love is, sacred. And then you think like, okay, when they get divorced, does somebody come back and like
cut it. I know,
cut
right?
it
I always
off?
thought
Like,
about that.
or like put a big X on it, like this one didn't work, and then this one did.
Yeah, but when I got there, it snowed. So I think like the weather just deterred me, and I kind of like made sure I just stayed indoors more. I just went out to eat, literally like for dinners, and just to like that's my sightseeing type of thing. But next time I'm going, it's in Columbus, so it's a little closer. It's definitely closer to the airport.
Armor
And probably
too.
will have more things to do because it's in the capital area, right? I'm assuming.
There'll be more
So
restaurants and fun things to do. And we went live. We want you to be live from there.
yeah, but they're hosted. But one night I won't be able to go out and do anything because they're giving us like a dinner,
Oh,
like a
that's nice.
whole like ceremony thing. And I'm like, they're like, and they put in an email, dress up. I'm like, oh, we're bringing a carry-on. What do you?
Roll, roll, non-wrinkle clothes. I've mastered this. I've mastered the non-wrinkly clothes. That's
I
awesome.
I I flats and I'm like, yeah, I'm just a carry-on. I'm not checking crap. But you know what was scary though? And maybe it's because, we're in the Eastern Northern Hemisphere side of everything. Um, I experienced my first tornado drill.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, that must have been terrifying.
I did not know what the hell that siren was. I was like, what the? And they're like, oh, and by the way, this is our weekly drill, tornado drill. I said, a what? I'm sorry, you said weekly tornado drill? Like, this is a every Wednesday at 10 what? At 10:50? I was like, oh,
Did they make you do the stuff? Did they make you do the hiding and stuff? Did you have to
no,
go?
they just told us like if you want to partake, you can just stand outside. And I was like, you want to partake? I'm like, when the last time you guys had one? Oh, there was one last week. I said, what? There was a there
So
was
there you are. There, Belenisi is under a chair in a doorway in the tub.
a tornado just hit a small like one hit the town over, and I was like, oh, what? I was like, yeah, and I'm going back next month. I'm like, oh joy.
Yeah, tornado season is usually like November. It starts gearing up, but now because of global warming, they happen all the time. They're so unpredictable. They
I
really.
I I shouldn't complain, but I guess when you live in that Midwest area,
Like, you get
it's
used
like
to that, but we
easy.
get used to hurricanes and blizzards. Like, if you think about it, like every place has their thing. We don't have wildfires here, but in California you do, so you get
Yeah,
used.
I know. I
We
just told my friend, I said I'd rather hurricane than a tornado.
Yeah, because
Like
weather, like water is,
maybe.
and you have enough notice. Even if they call it and it doesn't happen, like, we get enough notice. Tornadoes, they don't get any notice. Like,
No, they don't get any notice, and I think that's what the hell scared the hell out of
yeah.
me.
I hope not like that. Like, we are going to Minnesota. That's a tornado. It's not Tornado Alley though, so I think we're okay. But like Oklahoma, that's like a big tornado state.
Hestia.
That's where she is. Yep. And so somebody
Yeah,
else
I
did
thought
it.
about her when I was in that drill. I'm like, I wonder if she has to go through this every week too.
We'll have to ask her to run us through a drill. All right, Hestia, we challenge on.
Oh
We
my
want
God.
a drill. Oh my
She'll
gosh.
she'll call us wimps because we're like, you New Yorkers.
I know. Sorry. You Philly people don't know shit. You're right. Listen, our drills up here are like, mass G-man, everybody duck. Like that's what we have. We have like crime stuff up here.
Yeah, we have, and the schools definitely adopted that too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's no more of a regular fire drill. No, you have a
G,
intruder in your building
yep,
drill.
a G drill. Yep. Yeah, oh, and because of Julian's disability, we always get notified ahead of time because there used to be a time when he would get so upset because of the noise, because that loud noise. So we would just keep him out of school that day or for that part of the day.
Oh,
When he got a little older, like I would say 11th and 12th grade, he could handle it then. But some of the kids in his class can't. It's like so scary.
it
But
is. I mean, even when we as adult, I mean, as non-students, HR has us doing virtual training on the same
yep,
thing
yep, we do that in
annually.
college now. Yep.
And I'm
And
like, I don't remember it. And I'm like, shit, we never got this before. Now all of a sudden we're doing this on an annual basis. Same thing as the kids, but since we're working hybrid, we're not like the kids in school every day. Um, I have to do it virtual, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, look what world we live in now.
yeah, yeah, really. And I feel for like they do them on campus, on all of our campuses, the active
Yep.
G drills, and it's like, and they bring in sometimes they'll bring in the rubber bullets and stuff to so that the police officers can train too. And I'm so glad I work remote when that happens. So glad. All right, well, I'm gonna go play with my stuff now. Thank
Yeah,
you so
me
much for hanging
too.
out with me. This will be up in a probably I don't know. Hess just says my internet's
No
fast. I
worry.
live in the mountains, but it'll be up probably within the next hour. It'll run probably.
No worry. It was fun hanging out with you
It was
again.
fun.
Tell hello to my Julian.
I was hoping he'd come down and he could see you, but he had pizza and then he went back to bed.
I don't
And
blame him.
he,
That's sleepy food. I don't blame him.
I know. Well, it's not as good. Like we got really spoiled in New York because you guys all have good pizza.
Ah,
You have
well,
really good
yes.
pizza.
And good bagels. I know.
I'm not a
We have
bagel
all the good
person.
starch.
That's right. The East Coast is full of lard and starch. You want it? It's here. I've been learning about the mob. That's been my newest like obsession. I found this guy that I like to watch because his videos are short, but he left the mob, and I didn't think you could do that. And so he did, and he's interesting. So I've been watching that guy, and
Oh, well, I mean, I mean, the area in Brooklyn that I live in is very close to the
well, he was
to
from
the to the
Ozone
mob.
Park, Ozone Park, and somewhere else, something
That's Queens. That's in
Howard
Queens
Howard Beach.
because that's near Howard Beach, which is where Italians also live. I live close. I live in the town right over from Bensonhurst, which is the big
Yep.
Italian area in Brooklyn. And most of, if you're moving out of Brooklyn, the direction they go is like Staten Island, Jersey, and then PA. You should know this. You're a Jersey and you moved into PA, so that's the direction. So a lot of the Staten Islanders are also just like Bensonhurst.
It's
So
so interesting. Like I don't know why. Like I don't know why I thought it was just like no longer around. Like the cartels took it over,
mm-mm,
or
mm-mm,
the
mm-mm.
Bloods and the
Their
Crips, and
social clubs still exist.
yeah, yeah, the Friends. So I'm learning so much, and it's interesting. But I'm more interested in like the culture of it, as opposed to like this guy and who he hit or whatever. I'm more interested in like it seems to me, and this is just my observation, that when shit goes down between these friends, a woman is always involved. It's always like a woman who cheated on her guy, and then because you're not supposed to sleep, but like that's one of the things you agree to when you come a made man. You're not supposed to go after a guy's girl or whatever, and they all break that one, and then it leads to bad things.
Because
So
it's family. It's all, remember, yeah, it's just like a sorority, fraternity.
for
It's a
guys,
brotherhood.
yep,
It's a brotherhood family thing. So it's it all, don't
it's
mess with
interesting.
family. Don't do shit to family.
That's right. Well, all right. So have a good night. I'll see you
You
later.
too. Have a good night.
All right,
All
much
right.
love. Bye bye.
Love you. Bye.